You made a decision today. Maybe it was small. What to eat, what to watch, who to text back. Maybe it was big. But here's the thing nobody tells you. You didn't actually make that decision. Your brain made it for you and then told you a story about why it was your idea. This isn't a conspiracy. This is just how your brain works. And by the end of this video, you'll never trust your own thoughts the same way again. Your brain processes 11 million bits of information per second. You're consciously aware of maybe 40 of them. 40. The rest? Your brain handles it silently, automatically, and it takes shortcuts. These shortcuts have a name: cognitive biases. There are over 180 documented ones. Today, we're looking at 4 that are running your life right now, without your permission. Let's start with the most dangerous one. You believe something. Maybe it's about politics, about a person, about yourself. Now here's what your brain does. It goes looking for proof that you're right, not the truth. Proof that you're right. This is called confirmation bias, and it's not a flaw. It's a feature. Your brain is designed to protect your existing beliefs because changing a belief costs energy, and your brain is, above all else, lazy. In the 1960s, psychologist Peter Wason gave people a simple logic test. He showed them the sequence 2, 4, 6, and asked them to figure out the rule. Most people immediately guessed even numbers going up by 2, and then only tested sequences that confirmed that guess. 8, 10, 12, yes. 20, 22, 24, yes. They declared victory. The actual rule? Any 3 numbers in ascending order? That's it. But almost nobody tested something that could disprove their theory, because the brain doesn't want to be wrong. It wants to be confirmed. Next time you're absolutely sure about something, ask yourself, what would it look like if I was wrong? Here's something uncomfortable. Your memories are not recordings. They are reconstructions. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it from scratch, and it changes it a little each time. This is called the misinformation effect. Psychologist Elizabeth Loftus showed people footage of a car accident. Then she asked, how fast were the cars going when they smashed into each other? She asked others the same question, but used the word contacted instead of smashed. The smashed group estimated the cars were going significantly faster, and 1 week later, they were more likely to remember seeing broken glass that wasn't in the video at all. One word changed what people remembered seeing with their own eyes. Your memories of your childhood, your relationships, your past decisions, they are not accurate. They are edited versions, updated every time you recall them. The past you remember is partly fiction, written by you, about you. Quick question, are you a better than average driver? Studies consistently show that about 80% of people say yes, which is mathematically impossible. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect, and it works in both directions. When you know very little about something, you don't know enough to understand how much you're missing, so you feel confident. As you learn more, you realize how complex it actually is, and your confidence drops. Real expertise only comes after that valley. But here's the part nobody talks about. Highly skilled people often underestimate their abilities, because they assume what's easy for them is easy for everyone. This is why the most confident person in the room is rarely the most informed, and the most informed person in the room is often quietly uncertain. The antidote isn't to become less confident. It's to stay genuinely curious and treat everything you believe as a working hypothesis, not a final answer. Last one, and this one will cost you money if you're not careful. You walk into a store. A jacket is marked down from $500 to $200. Feels like a deal, right? But you weren't going to spend $200 on a jacket before you walked in. The 500 number, which the store invented, just made $200 feel reasonable. This is anchoring bias. The first number you hear becomes your reference point for everything that follows. In one study, participants spun a wheel that landed on either 10 or 65. They knew it was random. Then they were asked to estimate the percentage of African countries in the UN. The group that spun 65 gave answers almost double those who spun 10. A random number on a spinning wheel changed how people answered a completely unrelated question. Every salary negotiation, every price you've ever paid, has been shaped by the first number you encountered, and usually, someone else put that number there on purpose. So here's the uncomfortable conclusion. You can't opt out of these biases. Reading this video doesn't make you immune. In fact, there's a bias called the blind spot bias, the tendency to notice cognitive biases in other people while being unable to see them in yourself. Knowing about biases can actually make you more confident in your flawed thinking, not less. The brain that's listening to these words right now is the same brain running all of these programs. You can't step outside it. What you can do is slow down, build systems that force you to consider the opposite view. Write things down before you commit to them. Talk to people who disagree with you, not to change their minds, but to test yours. Your brain is not your enemy. It's an incredibly powerful tool that evolved over millions of years, but it was built for a different world where speed mattered more than accuracy. Today, the opposite is often true. 4 biases: confirmation bias, the misinformation effect, Dunning-Kruger, and anchoring, all running right now, all shaping what you think, what you remember, and what you decide. Here's your question: which of these do you think affects you the most? Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading them. And if your brain is telling you this video wasn't that interesting, well, now you know not to trust it.